Welcome to Equilibrium Studio. Thank you very much for joining me today. In this class, we're going to focus on our necks and exercises that can make our necks feel lighter and more relaxed. Start standing on your feet. Have your feet parallel and about hip-width distance apart. In this position, take a moment to bring the mind into the room and gently start scanning from the top of the head all the way down to your toes. At this stage, we're not trying to change anything. Just observe how you feel. Maybe there are some areas of tension. Maybe there is some discomfort even. And try to pay equal attention to all parts of your body. Those that feel a little tense, but also those that feel really relaxed. And take time to go through the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the tummy, and scanning through the legs and focusing on the soles of your feet, feeling where you feel your weight under your feet. Is it more on the right or the left? Maybe it's more forward or backward. There's no right or wrong here. We're just observing where we are in space this morning. And then let's start bringing the attention to our head. Turn your head, looking over to the right shoulder, back to center, and look over your left shoulder. Inhale into the center, exhale, turn the head to one side. Inhale, center, exhale, the other side. And keep going from side to side. Try to make the movement really precise. It's just the head moving, your torso isn't. And every time you exhale, pull the belly button in towards the spine, starting to warm up the abdominals and finding a bit of connection at the center of the body. Take one more to each side or make yourself even. And then take the right ear to the right shoulder, back to center, left ear to the left shoulder, back to center. Inhale here, exhale to lower the head to one side, inhale center, exhale to the opposite side, inhale center. And carry on with your breath. Every time you exhale, flatten the tummy wide like a pancake and really isolate the movement in your neck. Nothing else moves. The shoulders aren't creeping up to the ears. It's just your head going side to side. One more to each side, or make yourself even. And then step the right foot in front of the right. So the feet are about 20 centimeters apart, but they're on the same line. And find your balance here. Try to stand nice and tall without hinging the torso forward. And see what adjustments you need to make to keep your balance in this position. You might feel your legs wobble a bit. That's normal. Balance is not about stillness. It's about the ability of your body to adapt, to keep erect. If you want to challenge yourself more, close your eyes and try to keep steady even with your eyes closed. Keep breathing. Try not to hold your breath. Then open your eyes And step the right foot really close to the left one, so you're heel to toes. Again, find a really straight standing position. This is more challenging because we have reduced the surface of support. And again, if you want to try, close your eyes. Breathe through the movement, and every time you exhale, emphasize that sensation of the belly button pulling in towards the spine. That action switches on some really deep postural muscles that will help you with balancing. And then open your eyes again. Keep the legs as straight if you need to, and let's try to the other side. So step the left foot in front of the right. The feet are on the same line, but they're quite far from each other. Again, stand really tall. The tendency will have been to have shifted your weight forward, so bring your weight back. See how it feels on this leg. Usually the two sides feel quite different. We find it easy to balance on one and really difficult on the other. When you're ready, close your eyes. And again, flatten the tummy wide. Keep breathing really deeply. And just enjoy the sensation of the feet gently wobbling to keep you steady. A few more seconds here. And then open your eyes. Take the left foot much closer to the right one, so you're heel to toe. And when you're ready, close your eyes again. Stand tall, no cheating, don't shift your weight forward. And just breathe. Pulling the belly button in. Feeling the energy from the soles of the feet all the way up to the head. And then open your eyes. Take the feet back into parallel. Lift the right heel off. Bend the right knee straight over the second toe. And then lower the heel down. Other side, lift the left heel, bend the left knee. And lower the heel. Inhale to lift the heel. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Carry on with the rhythm of your breath. And every time you exhale, flatten the tummy wide. When you bend the knee, make sure that the heel remains in line with the rest of the leg. It's not going out to the side. It's not going in towards the other leg. And try to keep your weight in the center of the body. So you're not shifting side to side. Everything remains really centered, just lifting that heel. And try not to hike the hip of the heel you're lifting. You just want to bend the knee and really bend the ankle, finding the articulation there as the hips remain totally aligned. If you're feeling good, you can speed it up a little bit. And if you want to challenge yourself even more, lift one heel, keep it there, lift the other heel, coming up on both heels, then lower the first heel down, changing legs. And again, up on both toes and swap. Up on the toes and swap. And you keep alternating the legs. So this is a really lovely exercise, but it's really important to keep the alignment. So the hips remain stacked, the knees straight over the second toe, and the heels remain in line. And again, if you're feeling good, you can speed it up. And then lower down both heels and give. Well done. Now let's try a little bit more balance here. Lift the right heel, press the toes into the ground and keep it there. Now close your eyes and just familiarize yourself with the position. Open the eyes, lower the heel down, change sides, lift the left heel, close your eyes, then open the eyes and lower the heel down. You can try to do this with your eyes closed throughout. So close your eyes and again start bending one knee and then bend the other knee. And see how it feels different. Can you still feel that your weight is at the center of the body and you're not rocking from side to side? Which leg feels easier? Try to really focus on the big toe. Pressing the big toe down into the floor. One more time on each side, or make yourselves even. And then lower the heels down and open the eyes. One more balance challenge here. We're going to turn the head to the right, come up onto both tiptoes, then lower the heels down. And again, you have the head turned to one side and you keep coming up and down on both tiptoes. Try to be really precise and your heels are not going out to the side or going towards each other. We've got 3 more here. Keep breathing. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. We've got 1 more. And then take the head back to center. Other side, turn the head left. Lift your heels up and lower. This side is much easier for me, so you will have an easier side as well. Try to really pull the belly button in towards the spine when you lift your heels up. This will help you balance. We've got 3 more. I know you're starting to feel your calves as well, so stay with me. We're almost there. We just got 1 more. And then lower the heels down. The leg stretch. Well done. Let's carry on warming up the upper body. Reach the arms up to shoulder height and make sure you haven't lost your arms, so maybe feel a connection of the arm bones into the shoulder socket. Join the palms together and then rotate your torso to the left. Back to center and then rotate to the right. And back to center. Inhale here, exhale to twist. Inhale center, exhale twist. Carry on with the rhythm of your breath. And every time you exhale, flatten the tummy wide. The focus of this exercise is to move the upper part of the spine without moving the lower part of the spine. So everything under your ribs is still and facing forward. You're just rotating the ribs around the spine. Keep the palms glued together and both arms straight. The arms move because they're attached to the torso and you're moving the torso side to side. 1 more time to each side. Then lower the arms down and lift the shoulders up to the ears very gently. Then lower down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. As you do this, try not to build too much tension in the neck. We're just sliding the shoulder blades up and down. And as you do this, try not to roll the shoulders forward. They're just going up and down, they're not going in. So your arms remain by your side and you feel your collarbone really wide. Good. One more here before we come down onto the floor. So if you have a towel at the moment, pop it down. If you want to grab a glass of water, that's also a good moment. And maybe take your glass of water in a place where you'll be able to access it even when you are on the floor. I'm going to lower my screen slightly so you can see better. Now, if you're standing, just step one foot forward, make sure you're not slipping on your towel, and then bend both knees. You're lowering yourself down with control. And find yourself in quadruped position. Your hands are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. In this position, we're going to focus again on the head and the neck. So gently allow the shoulder blades to come together. Keep your chest lowering down towards the floor. And then push the floor away. Feel the shoulder blades come apart at the back of the body. And again, lower the chest, shoulder blades come together. Push the floor away, shoulders come apart. Inhale to get the shoulder blades closer to each other. Exhale, get them further apart. It's a small movement, and what you want to feel is really try to visualize the shoulder blades gliding together and gliding apart. And try to make the movement symmetric on both sides. You might feel that one shoulder blade is moving more than the other. Try to make it even. And then stop somewhere between these 2 points, where you're neither lifted nor sunk. And very gently, lift your left hand, very small, and then bring it back down. Lift your right hand and bring it back down. And keep going side to side. You lift one hand, place it back down, lift the other hand, and place it back down. And I want you to do this in a way that nothing else moves. You're not rocking side to side. You feel that you're really centered, and lifting that hand doesn't really change much in the rest of your body. Now breathe through the movement and really pull the belly button in towards the spine. When you pull the belly button up, it doesn't mean you're rounding your back. So the action here is you pull the belly button up, but you still have the natural curve of your lower back. So you're really tight here. And if you do that, you will find that you can lift your hands without shifting anything else. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, close your eyes and carry on, lifting one hand and then the other. Keep breathing. When we close the eyes, it's very natural to start holding the breath. Now, lower the hands down, open your eyes. Lengthen the right leg behind you and tuck the toes under. Take a moment to find stability in the position and then close your eyes. And if you're feeling stable, lift the left hand, which is the opposite hand. So you're balancing on your right hand and left knee. Breathe a few seconds there. And then lower the hand down, open the eyes, bend the knee in. Now straighten the left leg away, tuck the toes, take a moment to find your position, close your eyes. When you feel stable, lift the right hand off. So you're balancing on the left hand and the right knee. Breathe here for a few seconds. Then lower the hand down, open the eyes, bend the knee in. Sit on your heels for a second and just stay with your wrist. Now, this time you're going to come to lie on your right side. So your head is resting on your right arm. Your legs are bent 45 degrees with the heels in line with your buttocks. Your left hip is right on top of the bottom hip. So the hips are aligned on a line which is perpendicular to the floor. You feel a sense of lightness under your lower waist as if a little butterfly could live there. Take the left arm in front of you, so it's hovering above the floor, and imagine you're holding a mug. Now pour the content of the mug down towards the floor, and then pick it up again. Pour the tea down, and then lift it up. So you're rotating the arm into the shoulder. And you can make this bigger, lowering the arm down as you rotate, and lifting the arm all the way up to the ceiling as you rotate the other way. Try to make this movement small and focus on the origin of the movement. You are rotating the arm bone into the shoulder socket. So your hand rotates, enables you to pour the mug up and down because the movement is happening up in the arm. So the hand moves because it's attached to the arm. So really visualize that arm bone moving into the shoulder socket. We've got two more here. Make it slow, as if you were moving through honey. One more, all the way down and all the way up. And then come to lie on your back. And check the difference between the two sides of the body. Your left shoulder blade will feel heavier and flatter on the floor. Your left arm will also feel much more relaxed, and more parts of the left arm are in contact with the floor compared to the right. So let's even this out. Turn to the left. Rest your head on the left arm. Bend the knee 45 degrees. Heels are in line with your buttocks. And your right hip is on top of the bottom hip. Again, you want to really send the top hip away. Find that sense of lightness under your bottom leg. Hover your right arm in front of you. Hold the imaginary mug and start rotating down and up. Imagine pouring the tea down to the floor and then refilling your mug. And when you're ready, you can add the arm movement all the way down and all the way up to the ceiling. Take it slowly, appreciate every part of that movement. Really feel the rotation up in the shoulder. If you feel that the movement isn't smooth or maybe even click, make it slower and really focus on connecting the arm into the shoulder, as if you were trying to suck the arm into the shoulder socket. Focusing on that will activate some small muscles which we're not really aware of, called the rotator cuff muscle. And these muscles are key to the health of the shoulder, to prevent injuries and pain, but they also help with the neck. It's really important to make this movement slowly and make it precise, being aware of all the phases of the rotation, all the range. Now, two more. And one more. flatten your back one more time and just enjoy that sensation of having evened out the shoulder blades and also feeling how flat the shoulder blades are on the floor and how lovely they feel. You can do this every day whenever you feel tense, and this will give you a lovely sense of relaxation. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other, fingertips straight. Now reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling and then lower down. So you're gently lifting your arms up towards the ceiling and then lowering them back down to the floor. Inhale to lift, exhale, lower. Keep the arms straight. The movement you feel is the shoulder blades coming apart when you reach the arms up and coming together when you lower them down. This is the same movement we did in a quadruped position. But here you have the feedback of the floor. You can feel what's happening to the shoulder blades. Next time you lower the arms down and you feel the shoulder blades really anchored on the floor, reach the arms overhead, allowing the shoulder blades to glide up to the ear. And then reach the arms up to the ceiling and lower them down by your side. Inhale to reach the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale to reach the arms overhead. Inhale up, exhale, lower. So it's 4 breaths. Inhale up to the ceiling, exhale overhead. Inhale up to the ceiling, exhale, lower. 2 more. Every time you breathe out, flatten the tummy wide. So you're trying not to let your ribs pop as you reach the arms overhead. Last time. Good. Now turn to your back. Sorry, turn onto your front. Place the forehead on the floor and have the arms either next to your face or down by your side with the palms facing up. There is an ice cube under your belly button, so feel that you're really lifting your center, and then lift the head up and lower it down. Inhale here, exhale to lift the head up, inhale to lower. And every time you exhale to lift the head, you lift the belly button a little bit more away from the thighs. And as you lift the head, you're still looking down onto the floor. So you keep a long line between your shoulders, your spine, and your head. You've got 2 more like this. And 1 more. Now place the hands under the shoulders and push yourself up into a quadruped position. Tuck the toes under, walk the hands towards the knees, and then lift your knees so that you're doing a little crouch. Lift your hands so you're balancing, and when you're ready, lower the heels down towards the floor and come all the way up. Now, find some space on the floor and just notice where you are. So take a moment to scan your body one more time from head to toe and observe, compared to the beginning of the class, how you feel. Do you still feel those niggles and that tension like at the beginning? Which parts are these? Perhaps you can feel that when you breathe, your torso moves a little bit more. And perhaps the weight under your feet is distributed a little bit differently. I hope you've enjoyed the class. Thank you very much for joining Equilibrium Studio today, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.